Today's review is on Family Guy's first episode. The season premiere of season 19 for Family Guy is titled Stewie's First Word. Yes, last Sunday was the premiere of Animation Domination, the season premiere of The Simpsons, Bless the Hearts, Bob's Burgers, and Family Guy. So, in the Family Guy season premiere for season 19, Stewie says his first word. It all happens when the Griffin family are at church. Stewie is pissed off as he's trying to stream watch Mindhunter, and he is not happy. But he gets really pissed when he can't have a cookie like he usually does every Sunday at church. This causes Stewie to get really upset where his face turns red as a tomato and there is a cancer beep. Yeah, Stewie cusses. That's his first word. And everybody is looking at Stewie with their eyes all big like, oh my, what the heck? So then you'll notice like women behind Lois angrily staring at her, pretty much judging her, thinking that she's a bad mother. I mean, they're looking at her like, what kind of mother teaches their child to cuss? She is a bad influence. She is not setting up a good example for her child, a baby, for crying out loud. I knew she was up to no good. I told you. Why are we part of her mommy wine group? So yeah, they're judging her. And then Peter gets up. He's appalled by this to the point that he leaves out the church as he wants to go get some breakfast. And everybody looking at him, even when he leaves out the church, like, what the heck? Where's he going? And so he starts up the car. He starts up the engine. And all of a sudden, you'll hear him say, let's go. Like he waiting for the rest of the family. Yeah, why aren't you guys following Peter? Meg, Chris, Brian, Stewie, Lois, why aren't you following Peter? When he said he want to go get some breakfast, that was your cue to follow him. So Lois feels awful because now the women in her mommy wine group are judging her, thinking that she is a bad mother. She feels that she should stop drinking wine at home. And I like how Chris looks at her with a dull look on his face like, start? Like, you should have stopped doing that a long time ago. And then Lois got pissed, telling Chris, now's not the time, Chris. Not today, Chris. Not today. Oh, she got pissed. So then Stewie and Brian are trying to figure out how they can now understand him when it comes to him cursing. But when he doesn't curse, they don't understand him. It's funny how that Stewie talks, but nobody doesn't realize that he could actually talk. It's obviously a running gag for the show. So Stewie pretty much yells to see if they will hear him, but they can't. It seems like the only time they can hear him is when he curses. So he continues to try to yell, but Chris, Lois, and Peter still can't hear him. And it's funny how he's doing that. They play some random music while he's still trying to get their attention. The whole dun, 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 dun. I lost my crap. Oh my goodness, the entire time. But then Lois and Stewie, they show up at Bonnie and Joe's. I guess they have a little party or whatever. And Bonnie doesn't think it's a good idea to bring Stewie to the party because Bonnie feels that Stewie is not a good influence for the rest of the kids due to his cursing outbursts at church. And I like the outfit that Lois wears. It's just funny to see Lois wearing different clothes besides her usual outfit. She looks cute in her little yellow shirt and blue shorts. And Bonnie looks good in the outfit she was wearing. Meow. And got the little cute little flower in her hair. But anyways, so Bonnie has a problem with that. And she has the nerve to judge Lois as a mother. And it's like, Bonnie, who are you? You're a hypocrite. Because all of a sudden, your son, Kevin, shoots an arrow at you. and it gets launched into your arm and you're bleeding. Not to mention he called you a dumbass and also Einstein, and you're just laughing like, okay. Like, seriously? How can you allow your son to call you a dumbass and Einstein and allow you to shoot an arrow where you're bleeding in the arm? Lois tries to figure out where Stewie's cursing comes from. And Stewie is watching Caillou, and he enjoys watching Caillou. Then all of a sudden, Lois falls asleep on the couch. She looks so cute the way she's positioned while she's sleeping on the couch. So then Brian comes in, and he's like, Lois, are you dead? Should I eat you? Brian was going to eat Lois if he thought she was deceased. Really, Brian? Why? And then I lost it when he was sniffing her. I'm like, why is this dude sniffing Lois? He really thinks that she just died on the couch. And then when she wakes up, he's like, oh, okay, some other time. Why some other time? Brian, why would you eat Lois if you thought she died? Seriously? I mean, I know you known for licking things up, but eating somebody if they die? Really, Brian? So Lois figures she sets up a trap to find out who is the person causing Stewie to curse. She thinks it's Peter. So she pretty much sets up a trap for Peter to fall down the stairs because she thinks that Peter is the reason why Stewie cursed at church. Apparently not, because as Peter is coming down the stairs, he's just saying proper things. He's not cussing at all. That was funny. And then Brian, eyes all big, looking at Peter coming downstairs like, what the hell? It was so funny. And then Peter talking about he's going to meet up with Caillou's dad. And so we have a little Family Guy Caillou crossover. Peter is in the Caillou animation world with Caillou's dad. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a Family Guy Caillou crossover. It was dope. And then it was funny. You had the narrator from Caillou talking when Lois and Stewie are going to the store. And then Lois starts having her meltdown. Two guys notice her and they close the store. They turn the lights off, saying that they're closed, but really they just close the store because they don't want Lois to come in. So then she starts having a meltdown. She's crying and she gets sad. So Lois feels that she should go on a relaxing retreat at a resort to get her mind off of it. And Lois looked pretty hot in that one yoga outfit. And plus she looks pretty hot with her hair tied in a ponytail. How did things go well at the Griffin household with Peter being in charge? Well, he goes into the freezer to give Stewie a morning popsicle, but then he notices some vodka and he drinks it. He gets drunk, and Stewie's already late for preschool. But it was hilarious just seeing Peter drunk. But Peter is the worst cartoon dad ever. He is horrible. And he continues being the worst dad ever as he is about to mow the lawn. He's about to cut the grass, so he puts Stewie in his baby chair that he's grown out of, and he's going to cut the grass while rocks start flying around, hitting Stewie. And Stewie's like, wait, what? I'll be saying the same thing. I'm like, dude. And then he cutting the grass and the rocks are hitting Stewie in the face. It's like, dude, why would you do that? Why would you cut grass with rocks in the yard and you're hitting your baby? Dude, seriously? Worst cartoon dad ever. So anyways, towards the end of the episode, Lois comes back. She feels better. She missed the family and she's happy to see Stewie. And Stewie says his second word. He calls Lois mommy. Well, I mean, he called her mommy before, but to them, to the rest of the family, that's his second word. So she wants to get on Instagram, but Stewie looks down and he doesn't smile anymore. He got that look like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And so she tries to get him on Instagram to say mommy again, and still nothing. He's looking at like he's saying, no, I'm good. No, I don't want to do Instagram. And so he goes back to saying mommy again, and then Lois cusses again. Lois, you got to be careful. You're not setting a good example for your baby. You can't get pissed because otherwise you're going to curse, and then Stewie's going to curse. So yeah, this has been the Family Guy Season 19 premiere review, Stewie's first word. It was a good episode, very funny. I was rolling, especially with Brian sniffing Lois, thinking she died and talking about he want to eat her. What the heck, Brian? Peter and Brian were so funny in this episode. Oh man! But tell me your thoughts on the season premiere episode. And of course, remember, this is the first episode where Mike Henry is not voicing Cleveland. So the new guy voicing Cleveland, I gotta say, not bad. When I heard Cleveland's voice, he actually sounded like the actual Cleveland that we heard when Mike Henry was doing his voice. So yeah, the new guy voicing Cleveland, he's doing a pretty good job voicing Cleveland. But I still miss Mike Henry doing the voice of Cleveland. It's still not right. Miss Mike Henry. Anyways, that's it. See ya.